Hello there everyone, Jojcib here, and welcome back to another episode of Falcon BMS. Yes, we're here, it's day 2, of course, we're at 1300 hours, so 1 o'clock. And today's mission is going to be a BARCAP. As you can see here, we got a lot of BARCAPs, plus these 2 half caps towards the end of the day, or not, would that be towards the end? Yeah, I guess so. It's 1700 hours and 1800 hours, though I don't know why we're doing so many BARCAPs, because if we go in the intel here, we can kind of get a look at how things are going, and as you can see here, we have maximum air superiority over the area. The North Koreans barely have any air power left in the area, so I don't really know why we're doing an awful lot of BARCAPs. I think would be doing more like on-call casts and stuff like that, but whatever. Ground power slightly ahead of them, supplies were slightly ahead of them, air defenses were behind on that, so maybe that's the reason why for all the BARCAPs. So I'm really not expecting much in the way of aircraft to be in the area, but we'll go ahead and do this mission. Our BARCAP area, we will be protecting the Changpa Army Base, the bridge, Camp Pelham, Wangchang-on Bridge, and the Munsan Bridge. They're flight, of course, 2 F-16 Block 42s, preventing any hostile aircraft. The only thing, air threats, is an SA-5. Hostile aircraft is expected to be operating in the station area, so if they're expecting aircraft, then I guess we're going to go for it. Let's see here. Our time on station is 31 minutes 56 seconds, so about 32 minutes. We should be arriving on station at 13:36, so make sure to keep that in mind. 13:36, what is that? That is the 0.5. So 0.5 and 6 will be patrolling back and forth between those two. Typical loadout for a BARCAP: 4 AIM-120 Charlies, 2 AIM-9 X-rays, and then a drop tanks and a jammer pod, though I don't think, I probably could take the jammer pod off, but we'll keep it on anyways. Weather is fair with a 14-knot wind coming out of the north. And then, of course, Sentry will be in the area, and it'll just be me, Cobra. So we're a Cobra flight, Cobra 2-0, some 2-1 and 2-2. So enough of that yakking. Let's go ahead and jump in the game, so I'll see you in there. And welcome back, everyone. We're going to get ready to go here and start rolling towards the runway. Tower Quest Taxi.
Taxi, runway 09.
Tower Chalks.
Hold short.
Alright, 09er. Let's go ahead and start rolling out here. BARCAPs, BARCAPs, BARCAPs. So, how many BARCAPs we failed? I don't remember. Some of them go successfully, and there's nothing that. Well, usually the ones that go successfully are the ones that usually don't have anything that happens. Hopefully, it will have a little bit of action and it'll be a success. Anyways, so yes. We'll go ahead and say sorry, guys, for the lack of content for a while. I've kind of been burnt out on flight sims. I need to take a break, play some other stuff. As well as, well, I'll talk about that one later, but yeah, just been needing to take a little bit of a break from flight sims. I know I've kind of dedicated the channel to it, more or less, so it's usually when I take long breaks like that, or usually when I take breaks and I don't have content every once in a while. Which I should fix that, but yeah, if I don't have something every once in a while, it's usually because I'm taking a break from it. I don't know if you guys would like to see other content out there other than the flight sims. Even though I do love my flight sims, eventually you do need to take breaks from things. Otherwise you burn yourself out. The other thing too is I've been wanting to really play some multiplayer of Falcon and DCS, and not. I know I can play DCS multiplayer as in I can jump into a server and start flying around, but I want to do some group stuff in both Falcon and DCS, so maybe I could do that. I've actually been looking at joining a squadron if they'll let me record or stream, but I don't know. I don't want to really dedicate myself to a squadron because I don't want to. I've been in clans before in the past and things like that for other games, and I don't want to go through that hassle again. Because I'm bad. I'm very much a variety gamer. Even though I do play a lot of flight sims, I am a variety gamer, and I do need to change it up every once in a while. And I don't want to join something to just turn around and then not play with the guys because I'm burnt out or I just don't feel like playing the flight sims. But yeah, there's that. And then I'm waiting for other stuff to come out. Things like Postscriptum. Waiting for that. That looks extremely fun. Can't wait to give that a try. And then we've got things Hornet, of course, for DCS. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for the Harrier to be fully out, as in it's fully implemented. That's gonna be fun. I absolutely love flying the Harrier in DCS. It is an absolute fun aircraft to fly, especially doing vertical takeoff and landings. Kind of what I want to do is that's like, speaking of the multiplayer stuff, that's kind of what I want to do in DCS is fly a kind of do almost kind of do some Weasel missions in the Harrier on DCS, but yeah, there's that. DCS is not 100% accessible for most people. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I've just been taking a break and playing other stuff. Kingdom Come Deliverance finally came out. I actually had that. I backed that game back when it was in Kickstarter, and then it finally came out not long ago, about 2 weeks ago, maybe a week. I don't know. Whenever this video goes out, it's gonna be like a week or two old by now. Absolutely loving that game. That came out a long way from the technical beta that we had. The backers got to play. I know Alpha 10 for Squad came out, and that's something I need to try out. I need to stream more too. Something else I need to do. Something I'm bad about. I'm bad about keeping schedules and things like that. When it comes to doing the videos and streaming and stuff like that, I'm bad at keeping schedules. If there's a doctor's appointment, and yeah, there's no issue keeping that schedule. Don't know why. But anyways, enough of that. So we're just waiting for Qs to take off, get our clearance, so we can take off and do this little BARCAP mission. Hopefully there'll be some things to do. If not, this is probably gonna end up being a very short video. Sadly, I actually had another video recorded. We had an on-call cast mission, and I actually did fairly well, and I was able to come back and I get shot down. Yay! Oh, the last couple of videos we've been getting shot down. But we were able to come back home. Sadly, Shadowplay messed up and screwed up the recording, so I had to delete it. That's why we are doing a BARCAP now, because yeah, saving the I need to start doing like double saves, I guess, so that if I have a mess up and I need to go back and record the mission over again, I can go back to it. Right now I'll have the well, of course, there's the autosave, which is the instant after you come back and land and you exit the mission, it autosaves, and then I have the an actual save file. I guess I need to make another save file that is like before and after. Use the one that I've been using to save after each mission as the after mission one, and then have a before one as well. So if any mess ups like that happen again. And of course, if it happens again with this video, then you'll probably not see this, and yeah. Talking out my butt, and you guys are not going to see this one, so. But I'll make sure to check before I save the game. Single Patriot missile is just lighting up. Just looking around, I guess, just scanning. They expect enemy aircraft, so I guess I hope there's some stuff. I really do. It's gonna be boring if I have to do a video where it's just me taking off, rolling to the taxiway, taking off, and then landing. What a fun video for you all to watch if that happens. double check everything here real quick. Test page. Alright, no faults seen there. Real quick, let's go to air. And 120s, and then X-rays. Go ahead and warm them up. I don't really need that. Well, I'll leave it on that just so I know which page I'm on. And I think what I'm going to do, go ahead and real quickly, I'm going to switch this to auto.
Cobra 2-1, Osan Tower. You're cleared for takeoff. Runway 09er.
10-4. Cobra 2-1, taking off, runway 09. That way when we do, because I'm probably going to do autopilot all the way up to probably 0.5, and that way it'll go through and automatically turn me on those stations. And then I'll turn off the autopilot. Oh, you know what I didn't check, and I forgot to look on the briefing screen, was the altitude that it wanted us to go to. Probably 22,000 feet. That seems to be the standard. So we'll climb up to 22. Just waiting for 2 to come up here. Two is set. All right. Start throttling up. Brakes. And burner. Nose wheel steering off. And rotate.
Cobra 2-1, Osan Tower. Resume on navigation.
Gears up. And we're off. Let's go ahead and just go and turn into 0.2 here. 2 should be taking off behind us. Yep, there he is. Okay.
Cobra 2-2, Osan 2, airborne.
Whoa! Oopsie daisy. We went past the tadpole there. Alrighty then, I'm going to go ahead and continue my climb here up to 22,000 feet as we head to 0.2. And I'll join you all back when we get a little bit of action going on. I don't know what that's going to be, so we will see. We'll see if we get any action. If not, then I'll bring you back in about towards the end of the patrol, and we'll and I'll let you guys know. So until then, stay tuned. Alright, well guys, that didn't get you very far, did it? Sentry declare. Baddies. We got a call real quick. I didn't even get to
Cobra 2, Sentry 2, engage, MiG-21, 2-ship, bullseye, 310, 60 miles.
310, 60 miles. I didn't even really get... I got up to 22,000 feet and they were like, dude, you got stuff. I was like, oh, okay. Didn't this guy was just locked up? Sentry declare.
Cobra 2, Sentry 2, engage, MiG-21, 2-ship, bullseye, 310, 60 miles.
310, 60 miles. I should be right in that area.
Contact is friendly.
You know, those are marked as 21 on the thing here. You keep saying friendlies.
Sentry 2, engage, MiG-21, 2-ship, bullseye, 315, 60 miles.
Yeah, it should be right in this area here. Tilting the antenna up and down, trying to see if I can find him. 2, fence in. Yeah, fence in.
2, fence in.
Sentry request vector to threat.
Cobra 2-1, Sentry 2,
19,000.
groups. Nearest bandit at bullseye 315, 60 miles, 19,000.
See, how I know where I'm supposed to be looking is right down here. It says 315. It's 60. So this is the bullseye where my radar is looking. They're there. Should be in that spot. But they're not lighting up on my FCR. Where are these buggers? Go to air mode. Sentry request picture.
Cobra 2-1, Century 2, pictures multiple groups. Nearest bandit at bullseye 310, 60 miles, 18,000. Venture 1-1, inbound for landing.
Oh, I didn't get off of a tower. Was it? So busy doing everything else right now. I'm actually not seeing anything. You know, I went into air-to-air mode. Now I'm not seeing crab. Sentry request picture.
Cobra 2-1, Century 2, pictures multiple groups. Nearest
Sentry
bandit
declare.
at bullseye 310, 80 miles, 16,000.
80 miles, so they went
Century
away.
2, contact is friendly. Cobra 2, Century 2, nearest hostile, MiG-21, Singleton, bullseye, 310, 80 miles, 16,000.
If it's a Singleton, then he got engaged by something. Alright, well, until I get a call again, we'll break off here and we'll head towards our steer point. Sentry declare. There's just friendlies in this area.
Century 2, contact is friendly.
Huh. Anyways, alright. Well, with that excitement going, I don't know exactly what happened to that guy. He must have got shot down with somebody else. I'm going to cut the video there, and we'll again be back with you when we're getting another call of some disturbances. So stay tuned.
Cobra 2-1, request permission to engage.
2 weapons free.
Wilco. Engaging 12 o'clock low.
12 o'clock low? I don't like the fact that you're coming up behind me like that. Alright, well, welcome up.
Engaging MD-500.
Welcome back, people. MD-500, that would be a scout helicopter. I was expecting that possibly happening. I was wondering if there's going to be any scout helicopters running around. I was kind of, perusing for him. Oh my god. 2! You've gone mad! I was perusing around for him while we were flying back and forth. Alright, he's pulling. I don't know if I'm following or he's coming up. Other than that, well, jump on it then.
10 o'clock low.
If I don't see it, I'm too busy trying to watch where you are. So I did not realize the North Koreans. Ooh, what are those? Those are. Hey, look! Speaking of which, the one exciting thing, Hornets are in. Carl Vincent's here. I've been seeing the Hornets pop up my RWR. I was waiting for him to show up here. But anyways, yes, MD-500. That is essentially a little bird. It's what the Danish called the little bird. That's what their designation for the little bird was. Is the MD-500. It's interesting that the North Koreans actually have that. If that is the case, someone will have to let me know if that is the case, because I don't know. I don't know.
Engaging MD-500
Other than the possibility of them having Mi-8s and Mi-24 Hinds, I really don't know what all. What's this? Sentry declare. I can't lock that up. Hang on. Hang on a tick. Can't I lock you up? Showing nothing there. It's not there no more. Was he lower than what my radar was set to? It might have been. That was.
Fox 2.
But yeah, you'll have to let me know, because the only things I would know that North Korea would have would be things like the Mi-28, not Mi-28, but the Mi-8, the HIP, and the Mi-24 Hinds are the only things I really would know as far as helicopters that North Korea would have, since they would use a lot of Soviet air stuff. They might actually have. They might have Havocs. I don't know. They might have Mi-28s. This reminds me. The one time I was playing. What was this? I think this is the Hornets.
Fury 1-1. Blaze Spike.
Reminds me of the one time I was playing. Just trying out the. Nordic campaign, and I was flying Finnish F-18s, and I was tasked with a seed mission, I think it was. I can't remember 100% off the top of my head. To rejoin. And we had just taken off, and we were coming off the runway, and I looked off in the head. I could see these two little dots. I was like, what is that? So I zoom in, and it's two Russian Mi-8s coming towards the airfield. And it's like, oh, that's easy kills. Ran in, just used the guns. I didn't even waste the missiles on them. I just used guns on them, and they disappeared. It's like, well, that was interesting to see. I guess they were preparing to attack that Finnish airfield I was flying off of. Alright, let's get a sentry check here. Sentry request picture. Hi! Stuff to shoot at!
Sentry 2, pictures multiple groups. Nearest bandit at bullseye 030, 80 miles.
030 would be this way. And they're at 80 miles, so 030 at 80, so they'll be at the peak of that range there. What was the altitude? I missed that. Sentry request picture. Those are probably the
Sentry 2, pictures multiple groups. Nearest bandit at bullseye 030, 80 miles.
That's probably the helicopters. That, or it's a flight just taking off. Well, let's head back towards steer point 6. So that would be in the direction there. There's those F-15 boys. I'm not sure what their mission is.
In position.
I guess what I might have to do is get down here in the dirt to see him. We can always climb back up fairly quickly. Sentry request picture.
Cobra 2-1, Sentry 2, pictures multiple groups. Nearest bandit at bullseye 025, 80 miles, 3,000.
Altitude.
Yeah, hush.
Altitude.
Because I need to get down here a second. Because I'm sure they're flying. They're at 3,000. They're helicopters, so they're not going to be very high, anyways. But I need to be able to. This is going to be a visual pickup because I'm not going to be able to pick them up on the radar, I don't think. I think the problem is the cross section for a helicopter is way too small for a an air radar to pick up. I could be wrong though. I'm probably more than likely wrong on that. But I have to visually spot them. They should be off my nose somewhere. Rolling along the flat here, which isn't a very good thing. Because a man-pad must have come flying out of nowhere. Especially as low as we are, and there's a town coming up ahead of us. Alright, let's go back up. Sentry request picture. Still at 80 miles. So they must be flying.
Sentry 2, pictures multiple groups. Nearest bandit at bullseye 025, 80 miles.
They must be
3,000.
flying parallel to us. Or not parallel, but perpendicular. They must be flying south. If they're staying at 80 miles, that is. Unless they're flying away from us, which could be the case. Alright, well anyways, let's turn back in. We've got to go back to our waypoints. Let's not get straight too far out. Because who knows, there might end up popping up some MiG-29s or something, I don't know. Chinese might decide they actually want to get involved in this fight, and we'll end up having some Chinese aircraft flying around.
Falcon 4-4.
That's figured as much. There's a flight of another flight of F-16s, and then those F-18s are buzzing around as well. Alright, well anyways, I don't know where those guys are. I'm not going to go chasing. We got to stay at our waypoint area to defend it. So we're going to go ahead and climb back up here. I still have a little bit more time to go. Steer point 7, which is the waypoint to go home, is at 1411, so I've still got a bit of time before I need to leave off station. So I'll cut the video here, and I will join you all either if we have some form of aircraft popping up, or we're preparing to land. So until then, stay tuned. Alright everyone, as you can see there's Osan. Right there below us. We're coming in here onto Pattern Lake. He's got somebody coming in for landing already, so we're gonna wait until we get a clearance. We're gonna go ahead and set ourselves up though. Trying to slow down here. So 09 is facing towards the water, so this direction we're coming in from that's the north, so that'd be the west. We'll be coming in from the west.
Panther 2-2, turn left to final approach course 085, check
So yeah,
speed.
Panther wings are flapping again. Panther is flexing, I guess. It's not really flapping, though flapping is flexing. I don't know why it does that sometimes. But yeah, yeah, Panther 2-2 there is already going in on the land, so we got to kind of wait a little bit. That's why I'm going to extend and then come back around. Plus, it gives me a little bit more time to bleed off speed since we were going 5,000.
Cobra 2-2, Descend to 4,000.
No, not 5,000.
Maintain
It was over 5,000. We were going 500 knots.
Runway 09.
We were approaching back in because of our descending, diving down
Pilot 11, Osan Tower. Resume on navigation.
from our 22,000 feet that we were flying at.
Pilot 12, Osan Tower. Resume on navigation.
Oh, has this guy landed yet? Is he close to landing? I don't want to run into him. I really don't want to do a pattern if I can help it.
Good afternoon. After 22, Osan Tower. Clear for landing. Runway 09. Jet gear down.
So this should be interesting. I'm not used to coming home with ordnance. I got every missile that I've had on, plus my drop tanks. Though the drop tanks are empty. As you can see, we went through 6,000. We're down to 6,000. So half, mainly our internals now. We're at half of our fuel state there than what we started with. Not to mention, there's this nasty little crosswind that we had when we took off, and of course it's visible here, as you can see. Nope, I see him right there on the runway right now. So there's no one else in front of me. I should be able to come in fairly easily here. I'm probably going to get yelled at about waiting my turn. You wait your turn! No, ATC, you guys are stupid half the time. You're drunk. You guys don't know what you talk about. Go ahead and drop gears. Get a little bit more drag going on here. Slow us down some more. I'm gonna have to kind of lean a little bit here.
Good afternoon. Cobra 2-1. Osan Tower. Clear for landing.
Crab walking a bit.
Jet gear down.
Double whites or triple white, quadruple whites is I think above the glide slope. So I'm above the glide slope right now. I need two twos. What I'm talking about is the papulites, however you want to call them. What you're supposed to get if you for a perfect glide slope landing, if you're looking at the papulites, you need 2 reds, 2 whites. And right now I've got 4 whites, which I think means I'm either above or below. I can't remember off the top of my head which means which. If you got more reds, then I think you're above it. If you got whites, you're below it. Again, I can't remember off the top of my head. But this looks fine. I got a little bit of a shake there, mainly because we are kind of crab walking. See, now we're on a perfect glide slope there. Okay, so whites are above, reds are below. Got it. I'm gonna land a little long than usual.
Cobra 2-2. Descend to 4,000. Turn right heading 265. Vectors to left base. Runway 09.
Brakes. Yeah, I probably should have, I definitely should have gotten lower before I get close to the airfield there. That was my bad, but that's okay. We landed. Nothing broke. It was a fairly smooth landing. It wasn't too terrible. And that guy drove all the way down to the end of the runway to get off of it, where I can get off of it here on Charlie. Instead of wasting that all that extra runway, let somebody else come in behind me. Alrighty then, we're down, we're on the ground, we're good. And let's go ahead and end that mission. So I'll see you all back at the briefing screen.
Cobra 2-2.
Alrighty, welcome back. We are at the briefing screen. So, our mission was a success. Task was a success. Our pilot rating was excellent. Yay! We did everything. We actually were on time as well. That was a plus. First for me. As far as things went, AAA was being shot at me. I was wondering about that. So yeah, Cobra 2-2, our wingman did down that MD-500. So that's that. And then we landed. So he's got 1 kill. We got an excellent rating. Launched his one AIM-9 X-ray and got a MD-500. Congratulations, a wingman to our Lieutenant Bailey. Very nice, awesome job to him. Alrighty then. So, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Oh, wait, before I do anything, I think what we need to do now is change up some priorities here. Mainly because, from the looks of it, there's not much in the way of aircraft flying around. Actually, speaking of which, though, there's a couple aircraft. But if we look at the intel, their air power is essentially nothing. They've got nothing left. So I think we can switch the priorities around a little bit here. Let's include, I think what we're going to do, I think we're going to bump up the OCA strikes, offensive counter air strikes, and we'll drop the, not air interdiction, defensive count, no, want to keep that high. We'll just drag offensive counter air up some, and then we'll, and what we'll do, and I guess maybe we can add a couple strategic strikes in there, and then we'll bring down the aircraft a tad, and then we'll bring up the army a bit. Not a lot. Probably about airfield level. We'll drag airfield up such a tad as well. But then that should get us some missions against on logistics. We'll bring logistics up as well. Let's start hammering their logistics. But bringing the army and the airfields up should give us a couple more missions. Some OCA strikes on the actual airfields, though. I don't think we need to worry too much about it. It looks like, actually, looking on the map, and it could be just because we don't have enough intel, but this area is becoming a little sparse. There's not much left in this area. Air defense wise, I think it's just mainly AAA batteries. And SA2, just a spoon reset. AAA. SA2, spoon reset, so it doesn't have its track radar. SA5, it's only got its track radar, I mean, it doesn't have its acquisition and attack radar. Same with, yeah, these guys are all missing their radars. They still got the, oh wow, these guys are almost dead. There's only a gun and an SA2 launcher left. So yeah, it looks like we're clearing out. Looks like we're pushing in over here where we lost a lot of ground, so we're taking back some territory now, and we should be eventually doing our push here. So yeah. Again, thank you all for joining me, and we'll catch you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.